Rentals or Renjoy's owner statement so you can understand exactly how to interpret your statement. In this case, you can see that this owner has 3 listings. Each column represents a listing. This last column represents the totality of their listings or properties and will actually add all of those listings together. These could be all on the same property, they could be different properties. Each column will be one specific listing. So if you look on the far left, you'll see what each line item represents. This being the most important, this is your balance at the beginning of the statement. So this can be positive, or in this case, in the second column, it can be negative. This is the state balance that's carried over from the previous month's statement. Next, you'll see your net rental revenue. This is your lodging revenue, less channel commissions. These are things charged by Airbnb, VRBO, Booking.com, just a commission or fee that they charge. We have sometimes cancellations, but oftentimes the guest gets a refund. Sometimes they don't, and that's represented here as income. And then other discounts, these are typically length of stay discounts if a guest stays for 7, 10, 14 days, whatever it may be. So that leads to your total net rental income, less management commissions leads to your gross profit. This is before we take out expenses for operations. Next, we have operating expenses. This will actually have its own dedicated sheet further down in your statement that will go line by line on exactly what these expenses are and at which property they are for, or which listing. This leads to your net income, which is basically your profit or loss, less distributions that were made in the previous month. Because remember, this was your balance carrying forward from the previous month. We made a distribution or paid out your funds of this amount, which leads to your remaining owner balance. Then this typically is going to be your next distribution. As we go down, you'll see the actual booking rent roll is a way to think of it. And this will actually outline every single guest who stayed, the dates that they stayed, their names, how much they paid, how much you paid the OTA, the online travel agency, again, Airbnb, VRBO, Booking.com, any other discounts that were applied, your net rental, how much management commission was, and your gross profit for that particular booking. These are based or broken down by listing. So you can see here's the total for this listing on booking revenue, here's the total for this listing on booking revenue, etc. As we continue to go down, you'll have your operating expense statement. Now this is going to outline detailed information on all expenses that were paid on your behalf. In this case, we can see the date of the payment, what was used for the payment, in this case a Chase credit card, and then in the description, what was purchased. In this case, we paid for a short-term rental permit for this owner on one of their listings. It looks like we paid on 2 of their listings. They had to have 2 separate permits, and we remitted that payment to the permitting authority. If you were to receive a refund, let's say we returned something that we purchased on your behalf, like a grill or a throw blanket, whatever you may have, you'll see a credit on your account for that return or that refund. If we sell something of yours, like an appliance or something on your behalf, that will also show up here as a credit towards your account. Next, you'll see these as merchant fees. Now, these are for direct bookings. We use a third-party payment processing company called Stripe, and they charge a processing fee to manage our direct bookings, and these actually show up as an expense for you. So we had direct bookings for this owner, and there were fees associated with those bookings, and that's what you see here. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks.